Alright, hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Ark Mobile, and it's been a while. This is my second time recording this, so I'm sorry if I sound a little irritated. But the first time the video didn't record, so yeah, that's always great. But in today's video, I kind of wanted to just do a little bit of server tour and talk about the future of Ark Mobile on the channel. I guess is a good way of saying it. Spot number 1 is the main base here. That's it on the map, and you've all probably seen this a million times if you've watched the channel often. That's my base. That's the, I guess, kind of little dino storage. That's the breeding pen. And over here we have another little house, just for decoration mostly, and another dino pen. And yeah, that's pretty much it for this this base. I'm not gonna go over it too much because a lot of you have probably already seen it, and it's pretty like it. Oh, actually, I forgot that over there is my revival station for the eerie creatures. This is something I never finished, and that's something I never finished. And this over here is something Meg, a tribe member who used to play on the server, never finished. So on to the next place, I guess. And while we're on our way over there, I guess I can start talking about Ark Mobile on the channel. So the main reason I stopped playing Ark Mobile on the channel is because I guess I kind of got to a point where there wasn't much left for me to do, because I've tamed all the creatures I want. No one's gonna raid me because it's a PvX server, basically PvP, and I mean no one gets on anyways. But we'll get to that part in a minute. And I didn't want to start a new series because it felt like kind of cheap, if a cheap way of making new content, just wiping my server and then starting over, going for 50 or 60 episodes or however long, and then wiping again and starting over. Maybe we do things a little differently each time, but for the most part it would be pretty much the same. You do your beginner taming, you do some building, grinding, whatever. Then you move on to more advanced dinosaurs, and then you get to another point where you're not doing much. Alright, so first off on the list, this isn't my base, this is an old friend of mine's. His name is Guard. Where the heck did my griffin go? So this isn't too hard to find, it's just at the red obelisk. No wonder it's flying around. He's a volunteer moderator for Ark, the official Ark Mobile Discord. And he never finished his house, so I'm mad at him for that. Go tell him he's a poopy. Moving on, this is, what? I have dinosaurs here. Oh, these are probably guards. I'm not gonna lie, I forgot who lived here, but it was a pretty cool base. Back to what I was saying, though. Yeah, basically just didn't want to take the easy way out of doing, new content, and, getting tired of it eventually, just because it would be pretty much the same. I still have the cinematics I do, which, they're fun, but they take a lot of time to do. Let's see, I'm saying a lot. I'm just trying to, get my thoughts together before I say something. Okay, anyways. This is a friend of mine. His name is Strutting Tag. This is pretty much his base. Oh my goodness. I swear, one day I'm not gonna say anymore. So yeah, you can see pretty much everything him and his tribe did here. Uh, stopped myself that time. So basically, I don't want to start a new series. I'd like to make more Ark Mobile content in the future. Obviously, I'm going to continue the cinematics. My God. And I don't want to, wipe this server because, number one, I've actually, grown to care for the creatures. As funny as that sounds, that's a white topic. And secondly, I'd lose pretty much everything I have for the cinematics, so that's another reason. We're coming up on the next base here. This is a guy named Zinio. He's in the same tribe as Strutting Tag. And he never finished his base. I kind of wish he had, because it was actually looking pretty cool. But moving on. Trying to remember what I was saying. I tried opening up the server to, fans or the audience or whatever you want to call them. I call them audience. But I didn't want to make it public because, you don't have control, or as much control as you would if you kind of invite the players personally. Any random person can join and start causing problems. Here we are at Hun's house. He was a moderator for the Ark Discord. Yeah, I think I took his Triceratops just to keep it safe. I'm not quite sure though. I'm pretty sure I did. Just because he was constantly getting attacked by stuff. But moving on. I forget what's next. I considered Patreon, but I feel like I would get pretty much the same result as when I tried opening up the server to a few people. We'd have a few players playing at first, then, slowly it would drop off and the server would kind of slowly die off again. And I mean, so I didn't really see a huge point in doing that. What I've recently considered doing is making it so that only people who are in the Discord can join. So anyone who joins the Discord can join the server. That could work, I think, but the Discord itself isn't very active either. So I mean, I don't know what I want to do. Obviously, I want to keep a server. This isn't loading at all. I promise there's stuff here though. Or maybe not. It's loading, I'm pretty sure. This is a racetrack, by the way. So I mean, obviously I don't want to delete it. I don't want to get rid of it. So I mean, that's probably the best option I see with getting a decent amount of people join, and at the same time having enough control as to where I'm comfortable. Because if it's someone from the Discord, then I can easily check, okay, who made a base here or something like that, who's causing this person trouble. Then if it were a public Discord, I mean, if the server were public, oh, we're stuck. There we go. So yeah, I'm not quite sure why that's not loading in, but if you've seen my video on the ship, then you know what that is. Let's move on. Over to here. We can hit up the village, maybe. There's 3 villages actually that I made for the cinematics. There's one here. I think. It's also not loading in by the looks of it. But I know for a fact I had one here. Interesting. Not sure why that's not there. But anyways, we can move on to the Coliseum now. So let me know down below if you have any ideas for how I could, I guess, revive the server, or what should I do about it, basically. If you guys are interested in the Discord idea, I think that would probably be the safest bet. Because I do wish that it would have gotten more popular, more traction, more players actively playing on it. This is loading it, so that's good. I built this Coliseum to have fights with, the audience eventually. The same goes for the racetrack, and they've never really been used. I think the racetrack was used like twice, and the Coliseum was also probably used like twice as well. So yeah, that's kind of what's been going on with Ark Mobile as of late, or yeah, I guess I'll just say as of late. Let's see, there should be a village here, and it's probably not loading in because I know this is here. This is the worst server tour ever. Yeah, there's bits of it over there. But I mean, pretty much if you've seen the cinematics, then you know what's here. This is probably the worst. This is the worst server tour ever. Alright, well, let's head over to the next village, since that one doesn't want to load in. So yeah, I mean, the server being more active is probably the end goal here. But I do kind of have, rules that I would like people to follow, and that's why I don't want to make it a public server. And I think making the server more active would probably get me recording on here more. Anyways, where's all the stuff from here? It's all gone too. But I mean, again, if you've seen the cinematic, then you know what's here. Alright, let's move on. What else? I'm trying to think of, anything I'm missing out on. But yeah, I guess if I had more to do, I guess more people to interact with on the server, then it would be easier to, want to get on and record, For example, every Friday is race day or something, where we get specific teams, specific type of team, and we go and race. Only bugs this race, only mammals this race, only dinos smaller than this size for the race. All of my creatures here are gone, and all the buildings here are gone. Well, alright, it's whatever. Hopefully this next base loads in, though I don't think it will. Oh, these guys are loading in. Well, not the base itself, but the dinos. This is weird. But this is where my arch nemesis, Denny 980 lives, I think. It's been so long. Yeah, I mean, it's not loading. There's not much I can do, guys. But I guess that's been it for the server tour, my little Zep talk, I guess you could call it. So thanks for stopping by, guys. I hope this one recorded. leave a like and subscribe if you enjoyed. Comment down below your thoughts on pretty much anything I said. And have a great day, guys.